This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, proudly sponsored by Air Up. I'm joined by BJ Flores outside. And they're not a little bit cold there, BJ, in the t-shirt?
I am actually quite a bit cold. I was rushing out the door and didn't want to miss the weigh-in, so here I am.
Did you get to Manchester today?
No, I got here yesterday.
Yesterday, okay, that's fair. So you're adjusting to the weather in the UK?
Yeah, it was raining last night, raining this morning when I got up for my workout. Now it's cold, so, here we are. Make the best of it.
Certainly. Let's just go straight into it. Let's start with the main event. KSI will do predictions. We'll go through the card right now. Do a breakdown. KSI, Tommy Fury. You've experienced Tommy firsthand of Jake. Break it down for me.
We've done 2 different camps getting ready for Tommy. I think he's got a lot of things that, hopefully KSI's team has gotten ready for because he does a lot of things very, very well. So I think KSI's got a shot early, but after the second round, I think Tommy's going to walk away with it. So, but KSI does have a shot to get him out of there early if he cuts with him something. But I think Tommy wins this fight. And I think if KSI just has a good performance, he still wins because a lot of people aren't expecting him to have a good performance except his fans. So if he just has a good performance, I think he still kind of comes away with this looking pretty good.
Is that Tommy by knockout or decision?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Kind of depends how they both come out, how it's a 6-round fight instead of an 8-round fight or a 10. So, they got to work a little faster, and that might play into either guy's hands. It depends on how they strategize and how they come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, then moving down the card, KSI's tag team partner almost in prime, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis. How does this one go down?
I got
a lot of bad blood here.
Yeah, I got Logan knocking Dylan out fast. It's not going to take long. Like, Dylan's underestimated Logan big time. So this is going to be a rough fight for Dylan. I think it's the last time anyone will hear from Dylan.
So do you think we'll have Dylan back Misfits, do you reckon, in the near future? Once a year maybe?
Hopefully not. We'll see. Yeah.
And then Dean Waleed.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. I think both guys are coming in, with a lot of momentum, but I think Dean's upside is a little more. I think his speed, his explosion, and the power, obviously, is one thing that's going to be the difference maker tomorrow.
You're going with Dean for this one?
I'm taking Dean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Dean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting fight because lots of people pick Dean, lots of people pick Waleed,
Yeah.
so it's great to have a 50-50 matchup, and I'm sure
I got Dean winning.
I'm sure the boxing purists will like this one. And then Salt Pappy Slim.
Man, I think it's a tough one. I like Salt. I think Salt's got more skill. He's got more ability, but it's going to be a question of how he lost the weight and how he responds with all that weight. This isn't a bodybuilding competition. This is a fight. So whatever makes him perform at an optimal level, that's where he needs to be. I don't know what the answer is to that, but he looks great, and he's got a lot of ability. So I know he's been working hard.
Certainly. I mean, Salt Pappy, it's good to see him back in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Lost so much weight as well. A few extra things. Jake Paul's coming down.
Yeah.
You're going to have a chance to catch up with Jake at all?
Of course, yeah. We've already talked a couple times. Jake's already working on his next move. He's already working on big things coming up. So announcement coming out real soon on that. But he's ready to go, man. He was ready to step in today if Logan couldn't fight.
Did you think he was gonna?
Yeah, he would have loved to. Dylan's no problem for Jake. Jake gets Dylan out of there in less than a round. So I would have loved to see that. But personally, I think it's only right for Logan to get to do the job on Dylan because he's been talking so much shit. It's time for him to, it's time for him to face the reality of what's going to happen tomorrow. For him to get wiped off the scene of influencer boxing, and everyone's going to see him for what he is tomorrow.
Do you reckon Jake Paul will fight again this year?
I think so.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope so. And I think he needs to. He would have had 3 fights this year, and if you remember in 2021, he also had 3 fights. He had the fight with Ben Askren and the 2 fights with Woodley. That was a good year for him. So I think 3 fights in a good year, or 3 fights in a year is good. Staying active, that's when Jake flows the best.
Certainly. Do you want to hear anyone calling you?
No, I don't.
Or maybe that's my phone.
No, it is, but sorry.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, no, I guess Jake Paul, he wants to go far in boxing. You'll be fighting at least 3 to 5 times a year.
Yeah, but
it's a prospect.
I know as he moves up though, as he's 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, he's not going to be fighting that often. He's also in big events, so I don't think we'll ever see him fight more than 3 times a year, but that's a good amount.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
Who could he fight next though? The big names, they're kind of taken.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess he doesn't want to be mixing and matching the MMA fighters unless, obviously, they got a high boxing skill level.
He's kind of past the MMA level guys now. That's pretty obvious with Anderson Silva and Nate Diaz, the 2 guys everyone thought would beat him, and they weren't really. Anderson was competitive, but Nate Diaz wasn't really competitive. I think it's time for him to graduate into regular boxing, and that's the route he wants to go. So I'm real proud of him.
Awesome. Jake Boswick, let's touch on your fighters.
Yeah,
Where's Jake Boswick?
Yeah, Jake Boswick is working. He almost had a chance to get on this card. Really close. I can't say, but it was going to be. We're still working on it, so I can't say. Lorenzo Hunt, he just defended his 205-pound world title on BKFC 50 in Denver, Colorado against Chris Camozzi. He's a free agent now, so we're working on a couple things for him and trying to get him going. And then we got Devontae Kirk in Detroit, Michigan. He's going to be fighting November 11th in Toledo. And then we got Tristan Ham. We're working on what's coming up next for him, but he'll be on an influencer event probably early next year.
Awesome. So Jake Bostwick, he'll be in Misfits this year, do you reckon? Fingers crossed?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be Misfits or what, or bare knuckle, but he's ready to go with anybody. It does not matter. He was ready to jump on a plane in 48 hours notice. He doesn't care. He's going to fight.
Like, yeah, bro, if I can get on it.
Doesn't matter.
That's how Jake speaks.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you want to know who you're fighting? He's like, I don't care. So it's a good throwback attitude.
Awesome. BJ, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
I'll see you tomorrow.